Hulkbuster was the largest character to date we've done. You've seen him, right?
I've seen the sculpt, or the.
Okay.
I've not seen the final figure. Is that here today?
Oh yeah, we have it in the cool little like archway.
We'll go have a look. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in the lower left. But he is the biggest figure we ever done, and like literally he goes up to the edge like millimeters on the packaging, and that was the whole thing. Like they had to make sure, like measure, like, oh boy, is he gonna fit? Because he's just so big and enormous and cool looking. But
welcome to Family Gamer TV. We've just been having a look around the Disney Infinity booth, and all these power discs up here, some sculpts of the figures, and I've got Matt Foley, producer on Disney Infinity, with me.
yes, how are you doing today?
We're really good. I'm just loving this space here. Really creative. Get a sense of how much care and attention goes into the figures as well as the video game.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're literally seeing like 3D prints around here that they do at Avalanche. I think they actually even have a 3D print from 1.0 at Pixar that we did. So I mean, this is like how it starts. It's crazy, but it's super cool to finally be able to share all this kind of stuff with you guys, so you can actually see all the hard work we put into all the figures.
So you obviously did lots of iterations, but on paper first, and then you moved to some 3D printing. Is that right?
Oh yeah, totally. They actually, technically, it's digital paper because they're going through and sketching. And once they go through and they have what they like, nowadays Avalanche will actually print them out in their new office, like on the 3rd or 4th floor. So yeah, it's like really, really cool. So they can literally go, hey, I think we got it. Go upstairs, print. This is what it'll look like. So. And
then at some point, particularly where you have maybe some Hollywood talent involved, do they get a sign-off on their particular characters?
Well, it depends. Like for instance, Angelina Jolie for Maleficent, she was executive producer on Maleficent. But a lot of our figures aren't actually likenesses of the actual characters. There's exceptions, of course, like, of course, Johnny Depp. Like, he did totally have sign off on the Jack Sparrow character, which was cool. Like, I don't know if you heard the story, but like originally we brought it to his people. They saw the rings and they were all gold, and they're like, no. Those are 3 different colors. Like, and we're like, okay. You realize that's someone going paint, and they're like, yep, do it.
So did that increase the cost of producing that Jack Sparrow figure?
Yeah, just a little, but it was nominal. I mean, Jack Sparrow up until Infinity 3.0 had the most unique paint operations of any figure. And then in 3.0 that changed with Sabine. Sabine officially has the most unique paint operations of any character.
So that's Sabine, of course, from Star Wars Rebels. So what made her need so many paint passes?
Well, she has all those unique sort of components on her, like if you've seen her armor bits and stuff like that. And then also like that helmet that she's standing on the ground. Oh, I heard funny stories about the debate. It's like helmet, no helmet, helmet, no helmet. And on top of that, like her unique hair, how it has the fade in it. So yeah, all that stuff is a unique paint operation. So yeah, it's cool, but we love you guys so much we want to give you killer figures. And I mean, she looks amazing, and she's even better in game.
So is the sort of the cost consideration in terms of when you're designing them? Are there things you'd like to do that maybe just would make the figure cost too much at retail?
Sometimes stuff like that does happen, but majority of the time Jeff Bunker and his team are very, very good. I mean, this is the 3rd time we're doing it. So like they have this nailed down pat. They know exactly how stuff goes, how it connects. They iterate on it and they figure it out and do real well. Like for instance, Hulkbuster was the largest character to date we've done. You've seen him, right?
I've seen the sculpt, or the. Okay. I've not seen the final figure. Is that here today?
Oh yeah, we have it in the cool little like archway.
We'll go have a look. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in the lower left. But he is the biggest figure we ever done, and like literally he goes up to the edge like millimeters on the packaging, and that was the whole thing. Like they had to make sure, like measure, like, oh boy, is he gonna fit? Because he's just so big and enormous and cool looking. But yeah, I mean, these guys are pros at this stuff.
That's cool. And behind us we've got all these power discs. Now I want to know, are all these released, or is there a hidden secret power disc in there, in these all hundreds, that might actually be a giveaway?
See, that is the best idea ever, and if we do this again, I'm totally going to say, like, we should hide one that hasn't been released. No, these are all released. These are from 1.0 and 2.0, but they all are real power discs. I'm waiting to see when we shut down E3 who's going to try to jump and pull them all down and run off with them. So, but yeah, no, they turned out really good.
So being a producer on the game, is there a particular part of that job which is sort of most taxing? What's the hardest? Is it when you're at crunch and you've got to try and deliver, or is it, what stage?
Usually, yeah, near the end, like when we have to go through and we're working long hours and we're working with QA to find what bugs we need to focus on and so on and so forth. That's usually the most taxing, but sometimes, doing E3 for 3 days can be a little taxing at the time, but I absolutely love this because it's so much fun to be able to talk to people like you and the fans about the game. So it's not really taxing, it's more of a labor of love and joy.
Yeah, it's hard to complain about your job when you're working with a product like Infinity, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, it's like, this is the coolest job in the world. Like, by the way, like, I've done tons of cool games in my career of 10 years. I've always wanted to do a Star Wars game. Like, my parents literally know. They're like, oh, he really wants to do a Star Wars game. He'll do anything. So, like, when we finally were doing this, like, I was still doing PR tours for 2.0. So I was like, don't mention Star Wars, but I mean, it's so fun and so exciting, and it's so rewarding to actually be working on such an awesome product with awesome people at Avalanche. I've been working with them on and off since Toy Story 3, so it's so much fun to see like all this come to fruition.
And do you have kids yourself?
I don't, but I have nephews. It's actually funny, my nephews, they watch your show.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay, say hi, what are their names?
Oh, Jordan and Colby.
Oh, hi Jordan and Kobe.
Hey. My brother-in-law was like, hey, how do you know what to get the kids and stuff like that? And I'm like, I know a guy you should watch on YouTube.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, so I was like, I directed them to you, and so they watch your show all the time, and they're like, ooh, Uncle Matt's stuff is on his show! So,
and now you're on it, so that's great.
I know, I'm super excited. But yeah, no, thanks for being awesome. They have gotten tons of cool stuff, and they like your reviews and everything, especially your kids are super funny.
Cool, so I guess it's almost the end of E3 now.
Yeah.
What's next on the schedule for you?
Oh, so I am going to be going to Comic-Con next, and then of course D23 would be the obvious next choice after that. And oh man, I don't know, wow, it's just been a whirlwind. We're just trying to get all the word out there about all the cool stuff we're doing with the game, showing off all the new play sets, all the new figures, and yeah, it's just showing off the cool stuff Avalanche did. It's really, really fun right now.
Yeah, cool. Well, sounds like a great job. But thanks for sparing a bit of time for us today. Really appreciate it. It's great.
No problem. It was an immense pleasure and honor. Like, thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.